What's up? Welcome to of Kobolds and Kovids, a D&D game that me and some friends from college and others that have joined since started way back in the start of the pandemic to kind of keep in touch and play online board games. You guys want to introduce yourself and who you're playing? Jesse?
Sure, yeah, I am John Smith, and I am a half-orc cleric and fighter. And right now, we're on a mission given to us by my mentor Atelstan in Karn Faldir, and we're searching for 3 artifacts in this dungeon. Yeah, I'm a member of the Order of Mjolnir.
All right, Bass. Usually don't get to do an intro.
Oh wow! So I'm Kronk. I'm a barbarian. I'm a warrior. I'm just here to kill. I'm not the most nimble, not the brightest, but I can kill.
Nice. Mike?
I'm playing as Rick Shaw, the Goblin Druid. He is at all times the tallest and hungriest of all the party members, and also the best dressed.
Of course.
Goose.
Olive, Olivia.
Hey Google, stop the timer.
Is muted.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm Weil, and I'm here to sneak around and steal shit. And hopefully find a cane.
Solid. And last but not least, James.
Is the protagonist Blumpkin the Bold. He is 6 levels of Bard, 4 levels of Warlock, and about, 3 pints of blood just in his 3rd leg. He is the protagonist of this story and leads around the unnamed companions as we go and loot gold, get magical items, and kill dangerous beasts.
All right, and with that, we pretty much have solid segue into where we left off. Last time, y'all basically came into this room filled with water, but right before you entered, you noticed there was a deep well to the side. Who jumped down? I forget. I believe it was Thurod. Jumped down in there and opened up the drain, basically.
Yeah.
Before getting pulled away. Then
Yes.
that revealed a unbeknownst to them, before the water drained out, that revealed a ledge going around the outside of this watery room, as well as draining the rest of the water out of any of the other shallow flooded places inside this dungeon. Inside the watery room, you awoke 2 kelpies, which are basically just balls of kelp that are sentient and want to attack anything that disturbs the water or they see as prey. Rickshaw made a quick snack of them, and
They were quite delicious.
after that, you notice a little treasure alcove, and the giant toad that is Rickshaw just kind of scooped up all the gold in his mouth and hopped back onto the ledge and joined the party right before Weil snuck ahead as a feline humanoid said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Did not like the water room. Scouted ahead and found a room to the north with a door blocking it, and a room to the east with a door. She lockpicked the door to the east and saw in it a room that has it's a stone corridor that changes abruptly to a spinning cylinder apparently made of some sort of light-colored metal. The inner surface rotates rapidly. It is painted in a dizzying black and white spiral pattern, and it glistens as if coated by some substance. And that description of the spiral basically is where we left off last time.
Yeah. Okay, so just to help me like visualize this, so it's kind of like a hypnotism spiral, but it's coated in some substance that is almost like sticky looking or just like wet. It's coated in something. Is that
It's-
kind of what we've deduced so far?
It's got a sheen to it. Basically, Weil has just looked through the door. That's about it. You haven't deduced anything yet.
All right, and are we assuming that Clomdor is taking a nap in Thorodur's backpack again?
We can, since Clamdor is pretty small, can tag along. Kind of in like a papoose type situation.
Okay, in that case, all right. Blumpkin's got to pick up all the pieces. Blumpkin's gonna do. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I recognize these swirling things? I've been doing a lot of hypnotic patterns during this dungeon. I might recognize the gyrations.
You can certainly try. With an 18.
He knows a lot about thrust and vectors.
Thrust and vectors, and you notice that this sheen, you've seen the sheen before, this glistening on the on this rotating wheel, and you've seen it before when you tried to cross the pitfall spike traps in the previous room. You can deduce that it is very slippery. It is not hypnotic in any
like-
nature.
Like a frictionless surface.
Yes.
That kind of sheen. Okay. All right. And it goes from floor to ceiling, or is it kind of like floating in one spot, kind of like that river?
Yeah, it occupies the entire room, pretty much. Floor to ceiling. It's just
Do we still have that
rotating cylinder.
hostage, or did we drop him off?
We dropped them off.
Okay. My next question was if we needed him to stay alive.
I think that we want to turn him in so we can get gold.
Yes, alive.
John wants to walk over here and, he's gonna see if the door's locked. Before we move on.
I'll just be chilling down here as not to crowd the hallway with my mass.
You're going first, buddy.
Are frogs sneaky by any chance, or are they just like there's a lot of utility to them?
I've got a 20-foot long jump. I can jump up 10 feet, and I can swallow things. I can swallow any medium or smaller creature.
All right, Jesse. Thorod, you notice that these 3 doors leading up to the north are made of a thick metal, and their edges are flanged so they don't overlap. So they do overlap the door frame, as it will, and they can only be opened by pivoting them to the north. So you basically have to push them
Push it
open.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. John wants to like try to crack it, I guess.
All right, give me a quick strength check. I'll be right back. I need to check on something.
You should let me do that.
Yeah, you're probably right. I got pretty good strength though.
Oh, Melvin's checking on his other squad.
I
Um,
knew it.
so, like, I guess just straight strength. I don't need you, Kronk.
So what I'm thinking with this other room, might be able to use the mage hands to basically like tap that like hypnotic pattern looking thing, or maybe like pick up like scoop up some sand because sand weighs less than whatever the weight limit is, and like throw it on it, kind of like you would throw sand in someone's eyes or something during a fight. Just like throw it over that, see if maybe there's anything like hanging off of the wires.
Sand.
Exactly. Yeah. Pocket sand.
So I was
Yeah.
thinking, I could just close my eyes and walk down the hypnotic hallway and hope that the
Pretty
room.
precious.
What?
That works too.
And maybe like sink my claws into the wall if I do end up still getting a little shaky. But I like the sand idea. That would at least let us know if the floor is actually moving.
Yeah, the old Indiana Jones trick.
Mm-hmm.
on the
Didn't he
invisible
say it
bridge.
has the
Jump at
substance?
least halfway down there. I wouldn't.
What if
be
you
able to
jump
figure
and then
out
fall
that.
through like a trapdoor? What if it's like frog
Tie a
through
rope
the
to
floor?
you and I'll give you some bardic inspiration. That's all I got.
Jump halfway down, stick my tongue out to the opposite wall, and you guys use me like a bridge.
All right, I was in the middle.
Are
of
you
it.
able to? You're able to, transform is not the right worm. The worm. Oh my god, not the right word. But you can be creatures that fly, right?
Yeah. I've got a couple flying forms.
Okay.
I could. Sorry, I've got a giant vulture form that I keep on tap.
Ooh, that's fun. Okay, cool.
But then I'll be stuck in a dungeon as a giant vulture. I only get 2 wild shapes per short rest.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So Jesse, real quick, I didn't think about it. I didn't show you. My bad. You'll check.
Before whatever you're gonna show him is. Yeah, I was gonna say we're on live stream.
Yeah, that's cool. There's nothing bad.
All right.
It's just my screens.
Is that a Jack in the Box shirt?
No, it's Mr. Hamburger from Ryan. It's from College Station.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, local places. It's
Well, that shirt's now been dubbed Jack in the Box by me and about to be Elizabeth too. So.
what is that? What do you mean?
It's like
Like Jack in the Box, the fast food place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. I thought it
He's
was
got
like
the big
funny.
gray hat and the little
Whatever.
party
Repping
hat.
that fast food.
Oh my
Jack-
god.
Jack-
Like jacked in the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Sponsored stream.
Wow. Jack.
That is so
Box,
funny.
I see you. I see
I'm
you.
editing that out. All right. Well, the 19, you're able to muster up the strength and push this tightly sealed door open. It's not locked, but it is very, very hard to swing open.
Yeah, I want to peer through.
And when you look through, you see another door. Looks almost identical to the one you just opened.
I'll kick that motherfucker down. Excuse me. I will.
Well,
Kick,
I asked the
I will
group
kick it.
which way. Do we want to go down the hypnotic pattern that we're not really sure what how exactly it works first, or do we want to try these doors first?
Blumpkin is 40 feet away from both paths, so whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, look. So Kronk sees a way out that he could just power his way out, or he has to like nimbly walk across some trap. We think some trap. So yeah. I mean, I'm going through the doors.
Kronk's like, a door. Nice try.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll walk through it. Come on, let's go, guys.
Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Alright, Blumpkin, just because Kronk's his buddy who usually goes along with his dumb plans, he's like, dude, he had one of his own. Alright, Kronk, you've been bardically inspired, bro. Like, you got this, man. Gives him like a sports slap.
Just a baseball slap on the ass.
Yeah, and he'll guide him also. The guidance is the sports slap because it's touch, and the bardic inspiration is gonna be like, "You're doing great, sweetie," from like way back.
Slap ass.
Throw some finger guns in there.
All right, strength check.
Yeah.
Time to do what Kronk does.
I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. Kind of
You got
nervous.
this. You've had an
Click it.
encouraging wet slap.
Did it go?
You rolled it. Yeah.
All right. All right.
And then you get the guidance, which is a D4.
Four.
And the bardic inspiration, which would, if you use it, is a D8, right?
D10, I
D10.
believe. Yeah,
Damn.
because I'm a high
I was
level.
going off memory.
Oh wow.
Well, so you, yeah, all right. There you go. That'll do it.
Pretty good song.
Let's go.
Is Eye of the
Let's
Tiger
go.
level of motivation.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, Kronk.
Dun,
Basically,
dun,
he doesn't
dun.
have
Kicks through the
saliva,
door.
but he's seen a lot of people do this before they get ready to do something. He goes psh, psh, in his hands and he rubs them together. Nothing really comes out. He just goes through the motions and starts pushing. And he's not getting it. Oil's leaking out of, his pores, sweating oil, and then all of a sudden he hears this bardic tune in the back of his mind. Dun, 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 dun. And shoves this door open to the north, which reveals another door.
Oh my. All right, guys. I'm like,
He almost up to him and puts a hand on his back. He's like, "It's all right. You got this one again." And then gives him another guidance.
yeah. I'm still like on like a kind of like an adrenaline high from the music. So I'm like in my head, like everyone's kind of like, "Is he okay?" And I'm like, I'm going. Like, dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
He's just humming it in his head, but none of us can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's beating to the tune of his own drum, literally, and then like as he opens the second door, he just kind of sees the third door, and almost like a bull seeing red, he just like doesn't full sprint, but might as well have just like took two big strides and just like football, like the football drill where the D linemen go or the O linemen go and hold up the dummy, just basically full grabs this door, keeps driving with his legs and pushes it open to reveal
Swear to God.
another door. No.
Oh my God. There we go.
Water slowly rushes through the door and at your feet as you open this.
Blood or
No, not flooding, but it reveals a huge giant room that I will show you in a second.
Kronk yells back to Weil, hurry, jump on my back.
Okay, alright, I'll do that. I'll leave my potential trap hallway behind.
You know those like pictures of like birds riding on top of like alligators or crocodile or whatever? Like, that's
Oh, like when they have a symbiotic relationship?
yes.
Aw, that. Okay, cool.
I will begin hopping closer.
Yeah, now there's no explosion. Blumpkin's gonna move up a little bit.
All right. Can somebody make me a history check?
History mystery.
Crap.
Who's good at
-1.
knowing the past?
I'm at 2.
-1.
I got a 3. Oof.
James or Blumpkin's probably gonna have the highest out of all those of us who are playing right now.
Yeah, this is where Clomdor would have come in handy.
All right, so with a 10, you're able to recall why this is the White Plume Mountain, basically, and you think you've stumbled upon the source. The White Plume is a steam plume, and basically, John Smith would also have vague memory and knowledge of this place just from being around in the area. You think you've stumbled upon the main central cavern that is filled with water, and below it, more than likely, is molten rock, which causes the steam to rush out through a blowhole in the top of the mountain, and that's what causes the constant white steam, fog, smoke that engulfs and surrounds this mountain.
Is it like hot? Can we feel the heat rushing out, or?
Oh, very much so.
I don't want to be a boiled toad. No frog legs tonight.
Alright, so IRL question, Melvin.
Yeah.
Is that giant crab in the middle of the screen supposed to be hidden?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Alright, Kronk,
Yeah.
time to smash some crabs, bro. That's what the hammer's for. Welcome to Maryland, bitches.
How hot is the water? Is it like bearable that's rushing out?
That's at your feet. Yes, it's bearable.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to head on out there.
So it looks like the water's at 2 different depths, depending on like how far out you go.
Yes, you can see. Anyone's passive perception will be able to see that the sunken stone ledge projects out into the boiling lake. The corridor from the dungeon continues out into the lake under a magical force field that keeps out the water by forming an elastic skin. That's the blue aura you see, and why the water is currently bearable at your feet.
Okay. So, Blumpkin is kind of thinking that, you know, we haven't done much talking this whole time. Maybe it's time to try something crazy. Switch up tactics.
Smith is just like looking at this big crab, and he's saying, "You want to talk to that? All right."
Well, I'm not gonna get next to it.
Yeah.
I face it head on, it can't come right at me, right? Like, Blumpkin must know. Like, he knows all about crabs, maybe not giant ones.
John doesn't want to let Kronk walk up by himself, so he doesn't want to look like a coward. He's following Kronk in.
Very JoJo style. Oh, so you're approaching me.
I've never
How
seen JoJo.
tall is the bubble? Or like how tall is the cavern in it?
It's about 30 feet. And the bubble, the water is still kind of up to chest level, and the bubble is kind of keeping that out. Next, as you guys get closer to the crab, you can see that there is a chest firmly attached to the, it's like kind of like been there so long it's kind of like sunken into the floor, and scattered all around it are various humanoid bones that this crab is kind of taken a nest up into.
Oh, Blumpkin, are you going to speak to this crab, or is that more of a job for our friend Rick Shaw?
I could give it a. I don't know if I can eat that, but I could try speaking its language.
I would rather just, collect the soul I need to collect.
Stop right here.
Oh yeah, you still have to collect the soul.
Has it been 3 days?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Wait, what again was the parameters of your soul collection? It's the sword, right? It needs to like feast.
Yeah, it has to feast. If it doesn't eat a soul within the next, I'm pretty sure there's like 2 more days, I think.
And you have to get like the final killing blow. That's the
I'm
thing.
on the second day.
He's got to kill still,
yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Wait, I think I killed something last time actually.
You
So I
might have
should-
killed one of those kelpies.
I did. I killed the last one. I got here literally in time to kill the last one and then finish. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I still gotta eat a soul, so fuck it. Let me kill him.
Can't hear you, Rick. Doesn't say you're muted.
Oh, sorry. So I wanted to ask I was going to use animal handling to shout at the crab and ask him what it's doing here, if it even belongs here. If something put it here. Seems like an odd place for something so big.
It can kind of tell that you're trying to communicate with it, but do you have a speak with animals ability?
Druidcraft.
Can sense
could
your
do that.
intention.
Where's my Druidcraft?
Oh man, that motherfucker the camera, Melvin. I'm sorry.
Maybe Druidcraft can't do that.
I don't think so. I think
No, that's
Druidcraft
more of a-
is
It's prestidigitation for nature.
pretty much.
Yeah, no, I don't have any speak with animals really.
Okay, so you can feel sense its intentions though. No, that's not in this spell. Okay.
Like that'd just be straight up perception.
Yeah. Maybe animal handling or something, but
Yeah, I rolled animal handling.
yeah.
All right, so what's up?
Nothing. I guess so. We just tried to talk to it, and then it was.
Yeah, this
it could tell
crab
we were trying
kind
to
of yeah, it gives you kind of like the the puppy head tilt, and then just kind of just starts like tilting its and kind of like shuffling like left and right, just kind of snapping its claws.
Thanks, I hate it.
Now that I've seen it, can I transform into it? Can I use a wild shape to turn into it, if not a smaller version?
I think so. All you gotta do is encounter it, right?
Yep, I just have to see it.
Yeah.
Because I'll wild shape into that. Provided it's do you know what its challenge rate is?
So
If you don't mind.
it is a huge giant crab. So it is like a it's anomaly, basically. You would be able to turn into a giant crab, which is only a medium beast with a CR of 1/8.
Why don't you turn into something really, really teeny? You could crawl up into the cracks and spaces in his shell and devour him from the inside.
There's a
Because
scary thought, and we're gonna talk about that later.
Like a sand flea.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't this Dungeons and Dragons? Isn't it supposed to be kind of bloody, fantasy, ruthless?
That was
If you want
really
it to be.
Yeah.
It's not
It is.
aggressive or anything. You didn't make us roll any initiative, right?
It is not aggressive yet.
Let me hit this motherfucker, bro. I'll have
wait.
advantage.
I'm worried
I
about like
do-
the spell collapsing and drowning us.
Hang on, guys.
I
I
don't
do
think
have this
drowning is what you
thing.
need to worry about in this room.
I have this thing called Thieves' Cant. I've never used it before. I do not know if it would be helpful in this situation.
It's like Oliver
It's
Twist
super
sign
global
language, basically. Like it's like Navy SEAL signs for peasants.
You give him a city.
Like I have a special druidic language, lets me talk to
Mhm.
other druids in the same way.
How would I ever know if I ran across somebody else who could speak this?
You'd be like, "Yo, where's
You
the
know
stolen
it's
goods
cool.
at?" Like in sign language, and then they would like tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it'll work in like cities and stuff, but
Like,
not on
the
monsters.
The goose is landed at midnight, and you reply back with, unless the stork has flown in first, and both of you know exactly what that means.
That actually sounds legit. Thank you. Okay.
Secret thief code language is what that is.
Okay.
Trying to say, Melvin.
I'll just turn to the group and say, I can't seem to figure out how to speak bug, but it doesn't seem like it's doing anything else right now.
John's gonna slowly walk towards the treasure chest. His shield's out, but he doesn't have a sword drawn or anything.
It's like two beady crab eyes, like, that stick out the top of its
The stalks.
exoskeleton, or just kind of like looking. One eye's on the giant toad, one eye's on Thurod, and it's just kind of.
I'll
gonna, like,
go around
slowly-
this way, distract
gonna,
one
like,
of its eyes.
Slowly creep around, like outside of his reach. Like no sudden movements. Maybe some soothing words. It's all right, buddy. I'm your friend, Mr. Crab. There's money over there.
Do some gentle croaking to soothe it.
It's got its eyes on the Ribbit, Mr. Ribbit over there. It's
So I'm good to just keep moving.
you got a little too close. The giant crab starts moving to investigate the giant toad.
Whoa. I'm gonna burn one of my level 1 spell slots to heal.
All right, giant toad's up to 24 hit points.
Just a little insurance there.
All right, does anyone else do anything?
I want to move a little bit closer, and I want to hit this fucking
I'm
thing.
gonna jump off of
I
Kronk's
have some of
back.
the melee guys up closer here.
Good call. Good call, Wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang away from.
Yeah, can I just like have advantage at him, guys? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we playing with
Yeah,
our
dude,
prey?
you've got the
Like-
biggest, baddest sword.
Like, we are legit all playing like kittens right now, like cats, like just swatting our prey around before we kill it. Like, come on, let's just.
We're not
I
soul
think-
like
reapers.
it's
We're
fine.
not trying to just reap all the souls in this place.
Just let me take one soul and we'll be good.
You can't-
Kronk
can't do
didn't.
everything
Kronk
your
walked out.
sword tells.
Kronk walked out, weapon in hand. Thurod's, kind of got a shield up and he's like kind of sidestepping around the outside. The toad is kind of frozen in place, like waiting to see what plays out. But it sees Kronk walk up and sees that as an act of aggression, and I'm gonna need everyone to roll for initiative.
Wait, time out. I still don't have that sword in my inventory.
Wasn't
create
it
it.
just a plus something longsword?
Yeah.
If you have a
But I don't
longsword in
remember.
your inventory, that's it.
Or-
All the extra
I think it was,
stuff about it is just
Is that a long sword or great sword?
great
Woohoo!
long. Fuck, I forget.
I think it was
I
great.
gotta- I gotta look back at it.
I think it was great because last time I was rolling a great sword and we were just adding to it.
Yep, that sound. Yeah. Thurod has the longsword of wounding, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
longsword,
I
not a
have-
great
like
sword.
Black Razor or whatever.
Yeah. I was getting those two confused.
Yeah, and he does actually need a soul. Like, doesn't he have to take a soul every
Yeah.
waking time period? Otherwise, it like kills its master or it itself
Yeah,
dies.
once every 3 days or it consumes me.
If this animal that can't even communicate, does it really have a soul?
Yes.
Are
I'm
we,
just kidding.
are we going
I'm
into
just kidding.
the morality
No.
of what does and doesn't have a soul?
No.
Rickshaw will confirm this beast does in fact have a soul.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Crab's on the board. Toad's on the board. Blumpkin's on the board. Wild's on the board. Kronk's on
think
the
we're good.
board. Let's
Yeah,
just set
5
this
PCs
to
in there.
descending. And Wild from the back. What are you up to first? As Kronk walks
I'm
up
moving.
and this crab basically just goes from curious to like basically it's like cartoon eyes kind of get like slanted in eyebrows and it just walks up to Kronk. What are you doing right before that?
I think I'm too far away to actually make an attack, which stinks, but I'm also glad that I'm not on Kronk's back right now. Oh, let's see. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm too far to do anything. Oh, actually,
You can try to sneak into that treasure chest.
I could, yeah. Excellent idea. Let's use... if I can find it. I think it's called Supreme Sneak.
Haha, hype beast, supreme sneak. Haha.
Beef supreme.
Okay. Advantage on a stealth check if you move no more than half your speed on the same turn. Okay, that's fine. I will sneak towards the treasure chest.
That means you only
I'll roll
get
first.
15 feet of movement with advantage on your sneak. If you move no more than half your speed, right?
Yeah, so you can only go.
Okay, alright, then I guess right now I'll regular sneak and then I'll use supreme sneak once I get closer.
Alright, give it a sneak.
Yeah, just
It
a regular sneak right now.
It's got a perception of 9, so yeah, it's small brain. It can't focus on too many things at one time, and even though this area is open, it's more focused on the people in front of it. I want to go up there for you.
Okay, maybe because the water's like boiling hot or something. I guess that's what I do. I was trying to stay behind him.
Once you get up to John Smith, you kind of like just grab his cloak and stand like basically hold it up in front of yourself, and this thing's too dumb to realize that there's not two people there.
Okay, excellent. I think I'm also gonna put all 4 wet paws into different pockets.
All right.
Yes,
If
that's my turn.
just sneaking is your turn, Kronk.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kronk gonna do what Kronk does?
Yeah, Kronk is gonna do
What
what
does
Kronk
Kronk do
does
when he gets into battle?
with advantage, right?
If you do rage and reckless attack, then yes.
Yes, what he said.
It's not flanked.
I would need
Yeah.
the giant toad on the opposite side. We're doing opposite end flanks because being adjacent is kind of pretty easy.
That
You ever
is
tried to block 2 punches at once?
I took a Detroit urban survival training class. It's pretty easy to block 2 punches at once, I think.
All right. And that's plus what? Plus. Is it
So
plus
you rolled
1?
2d6s, but it you rolled 2 1s. But yeah, you get +1 on that.
2d6s?
Yeah, so the slashing damage, it was 2d6 plus 5, and then if you hover over it, it shows
It's-
you that your 2d6s came out as snake eyes.
Yeah, 1
This is
1
cool.
plus
Oh.
5.
Oh.
Okay, it's already added.
But then you get +1 more for the magic ability.
Plus 1d6?
No.
No, just
Plus
a
1.
plus 1.
Okay. Okay.
7, 8, 9,
I was
10,
like, what? That's what I was like confused about.
You get multiple.
Huh?
Yeah, you get
Don't
to
you
swing
get
more than
multiple
once.
attacks?
Oh yeah, I get 2. Yeah, because I'm advantage.
And if you're raged, I think you get
yeah.
3. Don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I got 3. Yeah, I get 3 because I'm raging there with advantage. All right, and then I'll just swing away again.
Ooh.
There we
Wow.
go.
Yeah, that one hurts.
So minus that, minus that.
I just killed this thing in one swing.
That.
I need everyone to leave it alone though, because I pretty much
Minus.
just got its health all the way down, and if you kill it and take my soul, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll take
So-
your soul in place of the crabs.
With this flurry of
Understood.
blows, you're
Wow.
able to chip away at some of its carapace. Its exoskeleton is showing a little sign of wear, but
Chip away?
but one of its big crusher claws on the last one goes up to block your last attack, and it smacks it right on the claw and takes a big crack out of one of its main weapons. Still there, not severed, just you've seen a big chunk of this thing's exoskeleton armor fall off now. Giant
Yeah.
toad.
Did the
Alright.
devs buff the enemy?
I had to rebalance, buff the crab,
they
nerf
patched
the
it?
sword.
So the giant toad is gonna jump as high as he can into the air without bonking his noodle. But I'm gonna try and land on top of the giant crab. But when I do, I'm gonna transform from giant toad into giant constrictor snake.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sir Hiss, huh?
It's the yes. So I
Alright.
R.I.P. Sir Hiss.
R.I.P. a real one. R.I.P. a real one, Sir Hiss.
What does it make? What's to make it what?
Sorry to kind of spring that one on you.
Hold on. The token isn't working properly. It's supposed to be giant, so it's supposed to be that big.
He's a big old constrictor snake. We put Mr. Toad over here or something.
Okay. It's not
Oh,
working
he's a
properly,
big-
so I'm gonna have to just kind of have
He's
you
a big
roll.
snake.
Yeah, I have all of its stats
Yeah,
here.
yeah. We're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, because the auto stuff won't work. So you jump up into the air, and mid-air, you see this like bulbous toad slowly transform on its way down. It starts getting more elongated, but it still stays reptilian in nature. And as it comes down on this giant crab, you just hear a thud and just hear as it tries to.
And then I'm going to use its constrict. Be
All right, give me a d20 plus 6.
Yep. So 20, 17.
17 will hit, and it needs to make a DC 16 to escape the grapple, correct?
That is correct.
Alright.
And it takes 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, it made a 15, so you've fully constricted this giant crab. You just kind of like, in Red Lobster when you see the lobsters in the tank with their pincers rubber banded shut.
And then you feel sad for them.
You basically wrap your tail around one claw and then wrap the front part of your body around the other claw and just kind of like close these claws and keep them shut. And then yes, it takes 13 bludgeoning damage.
Plus
On-
4, so
on
it'll
the
be
hit.
17.
Minus 4 extra. So yeah, you constrict this thing, and once you get it, like, once you've coiled around it, you kind of cinch it tight, and you just kind of, everyone in the room just kind of hears
All the creaking of carapace.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So
We'll have to talk about that the whole session.
I believe that would be it, correct? For your turn?
That is all.
Thurod, what are you up to?
It is going to draw his sword and can I like safely hit this crab without hitting the snake?
There's
assuming
one
it's a
way to
big
find
crab.
out.
You should be able to. It just
Yeah.
changes its status to incapacitated.
Yeah, just don't roll a 1.
Yeah.
I would
He's
I
just
would
gonna,
much appreciate that.
he's just gonna well, actually, is this a bonus action? It's an action. Yeah, he's just gonna run up and do a couple smacks.
$14 will not hit. The 15 will. So yeah,
Okay.
you kind of run up a little hesitant, seeing that your druid buddy is kind of wrapped around this, and you know this crab is like moving, flailing, trying to like shake it off of its claws, and your first swing just kind of like you don't miss, but you're about to hit your buddy, and you pull back on your sword, and you come up with a cut from underneath and try and chop one of its legs and take it for 8 slashing damage. Anything else?
No, that'll end my turn. I'm just gonna be prepared.
All right, Blumpkin in the back. In the way back.
So it looks like the squad's already got the crab pretty much like under wraps. So
Heyo.
Blumpkin is going to use vicious mockery on the crab, and just feeling bad for him, he's gonna bust into like just this, like the poor unfortunate soul song from a Little Mermaid, because like Kronk just wants him for his soul, and he wasn't doing nothing. And now he's got he looks like Britney Spears with a bow around his neck, and everyone's beating on him. Hammer.
Blumpkin usually carries a lute, but out of nowhere, everyone starts hearing the sound of steel drums and a xylophone. The giant crab isn't able to make out your weird human language, but you know, words still hurt, and it does in fact take 7 points of psychic damage. The words are more for Blumpkin, less the crab.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
have to
love
understand.
that.
It just like psychically gets damaged.
I love that your target doesn't need to understand you for that to work.
Yeah, just the mockery was so vicious. And then Blumpkin's going to use just because action economy, Blumpkin's going to use shove to push it to the west, like away from the treasure chest, to give Weil some breathing room.
DC 17 strength.
Does he get disadvantage on that because he's wrapped up?
He sure does, but it looks like the lower of the two is still an 18.
Not worth using cutting words. Alright, that's the end of Blumpkin's turn.
That crab is so big I can put the constrictor snake on top of him and still see both tokens. The crab is going to make a DC 16 strength check to get out of this grapple. No advantage. 10, still grappled.
I love it.
Can't do anything else, so Weil, you're back up.
Alrighty.
Top of the order.
We are going to apply Supreme Sneak.
So that'd be roll stealth with advantage. Because you get advantage on a stealth check, and then you would only move 15 feet instead of 30. So 22. Yeah, this giant crab is got enough on its plate and a small enough brain that it doesn't notice you at all.
Alright, perfect. Sorry, I'm working without a mouse over here. Okay, hungry of like 14 feet. Okay, we're pretty close. And I just want to stay crouched down behind anything that I can, like even my ears pressed flat up against my head, trying to stay hidden.
You're basically just as John Smith is like moving and fighting, you're just kind of like on all four cat paws, just kind of like shifting left and right, trying your best to use his big body to block whatever line of sight it would have.
Perfect.
Kronk. Kronk smash.
Gently.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm going straight back. Yeah, I'm going straight back at him.
I would.
Oops.
It's you get advantage, not because he's flanked, but because he is wrapped up.
Constricted.
Yeah. Wait.
And then I'm raging.
Ah, damn it. I'm sorry, John Smith. You should have had advantage.
Sorry.
But those will both hit. Your second greatsword didn't have advantage, but it hit.
Yeah, I know. I took it off because I don't have advantage on the second hit, right?
Until it breaks the grapple, I would say
All right.
everyone's got advantage on the smackaroonies.
Here, we'll fix that. The second one would have been 28 anyway, so that is better.
Minus 12. Then take into account the greatsword.
+1.
Yeah. So with
So
this
+2.
thing. Yeah, I got it. With this thing basically wrapped up, kind of constricted around its claws, and it can't open them or attack or do anything. Kronk takes this opportunity to kind of go low and start chopping at the joints on its legs, and it actually cuts through one of its 8 legs, and it kind of stumbles, kind of haphazardly picks itself back up and still shudders around. If that's the end of Kronk's turn, not the giant toad, but the giant constrictor snake. Are you able to bite while constricting, or do you?
I can bite, or I
Just
can like
maintain.
constrict down on it again. And since that has more dice, I'm gonna just constrict harder again.
I'd even say roll your constrict with advantage because you're already constricting it. Or do you just do the damage since it's... No, yeah, you just do the damage because you're already around it, right?
Yeah.
You don't
I
have to
don't
be
have to hit it. I'm on it.
AC. Yeah. Yep. That's my bad. So 2d8 plus 4.
10.
Minus 10. So yeah, as this thing's stumbling around, you guys kind of see the muscles in this giant snake kind of relax and then coil around it even tighter, and you just hear more. Hope somebody brought the butter. Thurod.
Who's got the corn?
Is, I guess, gonna like sidestep to more of its rear and then just give it another couple smacks with this sword.
With advantage this time.
Yep.
All right.
13 with the crit. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, basically with this thing, just like I described Kronk, based on your past attack, and you kind of saw what Kronk was doing, you kind of follow in suit, take a pirouette to the side, spin around, and you kind of go low with both of your attacks, just chopping at its legs from the other side. And you're also able to sever one of them completely off, as this thing went from 8 to 6 legs now. It's still up, it's stumbling, it's very much bloodied, very much hurt.
Not having a good time.
No. You guys basically bum rush this thing without even trying to. Blumpkin.
So we were just kind of dancing around, and then Krunk decided that he needed some souls.
So Blumpkin's going to use his bonus action first. He'll kinetically shove, grab 5 feet to the west.
It's gonna fail, so 5 feet.
Just
Very
shove
easy
it,
to
shove it.
shove it when it's 2 severed legs down.
And then after that, Blumpkin will use another vicious mockery, like just in case it does manage to get off an attack. It's gonna have to see that. Hopefully it fails.
17 wisdom. 3. So yeah, this thing is it just kind of gets a ping in its little crab brain. Not really sure what's happening, what's being said, but Blumpkin knows.
Something about the words coming out of your mouth made it feel really bad about its self-worth.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of Blumpkin's mouth?
Yeah,
God.
it just basically insinuated that it's huge and chubby.
You
It's a
are
person.
very quiet, by the way, James. Is Discord set to your headphone mic or possibly your webcam mic? You might want to double check. In the meantime, Giant Crab strength check wants to get out of this constriction. With the 22, it's able to just kind of open its claws just enough and throw down this constrictor snake to the side and free itself. And I believe breaking out was its action, so it will not get a claw attack.
That I'm not sure.
Actually, no. Yes? No. Yes? No.
I think when you're incapacitated, you have to use a turn to
Yes.
regain yourself.
Yes. Correct. So, it took all of its strength to just get out of that shit. So, Weil, you're up.
You do it again.
Alright, awesome. Okay, let's do. Trying to find that same. See.
I was almost going to say, since you were thrown off, you were knocked prone, but can a snake even be knocked prone? Is it even possible?
There's nothing on my sheet that says anything happens if it breaks out
No, I was just thinking.
until the grapple ends.
Random intrusive D&D thoughts. Weil.
Yeah, snakes, BJJ experts.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just run up to this little treasure chest and try to get it open before the crab can make too many quick movements.
All right, one more sneak because you're not next to it yet.
Okay.
One more stealth check. .22, yes. once again, you're able to make your way behind Thorod Dur. He's big and burly enough that he takes up most of the line of sight that the crab would have. Not to mention, it's getting the shit beat out of it by a giant snake and two giant people with giant swords.
Thank goodness.
And now make a sleight of hand check to use your thieves' tools and open said chest.
Yes, sir.
All right, with a 19, you're very easily able to just kind of get your lockpick in there. Just kind of takes 1, 2, shimmy, and that baby's open.
Oh, beautiful.
And when you lift the, do you lift it open?
Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and open it up.
So yeah, as you lift the thing open, you see a huge pile, 1,000 gold piece in 1,000 gold pieces in various little coin purses. About 20 gems mixed in there, also worth about 1,000 gold pieces. There's a big cut diamond in there that's worth about 5,000 gold pieces. And there are about various other like coins and like silverware, like actual silverware made of silver, knickknacks that are made of precious metals. Those value up to 3,935 gold pieces.
Oh man, we just broke into this crab's cupboard.
It's like the Little Mermaid. There's forks and shit.
Yeah,
in
whenever
there.
you said thousands of, I was like, oh my god, please not 1,000 baby crabs.
Oh my
Oh, man,
god,
I want
that would have
one.
been perfect. But
I
no.
will raise them as my own.
You also see on top of this big pile of gems and stuff, you see a pair of goggles that are big and bulbous and have sort of a beak in the middle, and a stone like that looks very out of place next to the shiny precious gems.
Is the stone that's like attached to the goggles, or are you just saying there's some goggles with the beak and then a random stone?
It's separate.
Okay.
And then underneath, if you're like kind of digging through this, underneath everything, wrapped in like a burlap sack, is a trident. A very ornate trident with 2 seahorses for the left and right prongs, and a very prominent spiraled middle prong.
Nice.
Do you pick it up?
I mean, I can't carry all of this stuff myself, so, well, yeah, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up, and if the crab is still alive on my next turn, and if Kronk is not trying to steal its soul, then I'll use it to try and kill the crab. So yeah, I picked the trident up.
So as you grab this trident, a magical energy courses through your body, and you just kind of hear a bubbly voice of who goes there? How long has it been? Where am I? And you just kind of hear this like ringing in your head. No one else can hear this.
Great.
So you're kind of you kind of look left and right, look behind you, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk back to it.
it just
Not
kind
right
of
now, at least.
keeps saying, who dares wield me? What is going on?
It's not gonna leave me alone until I talk to him, is he?
Maybe. But if you're not gonna talk back, then Kronk. What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at him again. Still raging. So, oh, I didn't. Damn. You didn't take the first one, obviously.
Yeah, no advantage this time. He broke the grapple.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. And those 2 swings are unfortunately gonna miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're getting ready to attack this, the snake just kind of, as it's slithering around trying to regain itself, it kind of, tail kind of hits your foot and throws you off balance, and you're not able to quite connect. One of your swings hits its exoskeleton, bounces off, and the other just misses. Rickshaw, what are you doing as this snake? Snake.
First, I'd like to point out that I just noticed on the character sheet for the giant snake, it's actually a huge creature. So I'm as big as the crab. There he is.
There we
go. I'm just gonna dive back at him and try to reconstruct him again.
All right.
Ooh. Oh, I got a lot of bad feelings about that.
The giant crab ain't gonna fall for the same trick twice, and it kind of sees you make the same, lunge motion towards it, and it's gonna hit you with claw attack. So a 23 and a 21. I believe they will both hit for 16 and 19 bludgeoning damage. You need to make a DC 14 strength check or be grappled yourself.
Strength. My strength is a 19.
How many hit points does the snake have? You still good on that?
So I got a 6 total. Sorry, what was that you said?
How many hit points does the snake have? I'm not seeing it on my end.
The snake has 60 hit points.
Okay. So it took a good chunk out of it, but you're still a snake.
I am still a snake.
And you are also a constricted constrictor snake held between, instead of being wrapped around these 2 meaty claws, it's got you in between them, slowly crushing you.
Not digging that. Not a fan.
And now, Thurod, you're up.
Is going to. So the crab looks pretty bloodied.
Yeah, very.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna close again and take another couple swipes. So is it still advantage from flanking?
With you and Kronk, yes, I would say you are flanking. Kronk should be here.
Just gonna give my 2 swipes.
Oh!
Damn.
Let's go.
Hey, yo!
Amazing.
Sorry, Kronk sword.
Yep. Sorry indeed. Describe how you do this.
He kind of runs up. He sees that the snake is grabbed in the claws, so he runs off, jumps off the arm of the claw, and then just comes down with his, I guess, one hit on the way up, and then comes down with it right on the head.
Yeah, you're able
Yeah,
to like
Fire Emblem.
you're able to identify like the joints, and like you basically go into like your I don't even know what to say. You just zone in, and you slice through one of its claws, and it just drops to the floor, letting go of one half of the constrictor snake. As you jump up, just you see a perfect crack right on the top of its shell, and just drive your sword straight into it. And this thing just kind of like stands for half a second, and then just drops to the floor with a thud. And this thing drops, and
John Smith's just
just
standing
kind of
there with
sends
his sword.
it sends ripples throughout the entire room. And the thing is
Are you
dead.
not entertained?
So, Wile's got a big bag of loot she can't carry. Actually, Wile, have you even said anything to anyone yet? Standing there holding this trident that's talking to you.
I think I've just been a little bit bewildered by the talking trident. I'm not too familiar with magical items. However,
Wow.
since we are safe now, I'm gonna say, hey guys, come check this out. There's a big box of loot. Maybe we can use some of it to, I don't know, buy me a king.
Like Jack Sparrow walks over, like, ooh, loot.
Yeah, sure. You guys can bag up whatever you want. I have the list of items and what they're worth. I do, however, want to get some help with this trident. I do not know if I want this responsibility. And I am a little bit curious about the goggles.
All right. So, yeah, Jack Sparrow, what are you doing with the loot?
You saying me, Jack Sparrow, or Blumpkin Jack Sparrow?
I'm reading through what you put in the chat, just so I can.
As John's cleaning off the guts or blood or whatever, all the above, he kind of looks at Weil and he's like, how do you always show up right when the fighting's done with all the loot in your hands? You really are a thief.
Because that's my job.
The snake is gonna curl up into a neat little pile and face the treasure chest and see what our spoils are.
Yeah. Okay. So I understand the trident. So basically, it's a +3/+3. Functions as a way to speak to fish as well. It's like an Aquaman trident. You can also breathe underwater with it.
You must worship a god of the sea to attune this weapon. Am I the only one who even worships any god? Bunch of atheists.
Yeah, Wild doesn't.
I am a force of nature.
It will
I
accept
mean,
converts.
Thor is kind of a sea god.
As this is going on, the trident is slowly realizing that Weil is not a worshipper of the sea, and starts to, demand it be let down. I need wielded by a true proper worshiper of the sea gods.
All right, I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, oh my gosh, I keep wanting to say Kronk. I'm gonna say, hey, John Smith. I was a Tridelt and worshiper of Poseidon in a previous life. Take this. I'm gonna toss you the trident.
John will catch it. And has he heard of this weapon before? Or like stories about these weapons probably?
Yes, John
Other
Smith
than
is he's familiar enough to know, to have heard of, you know, these weapons by name, and this is Wave the Trident, as well as you've already met Black Razor, the great sword.
Yeah. John will catch the trident and he'll say, "Oh, is this Wave that I've heard of?"
Aye, it be the one and only. What say you? Are you a worshiper of the sea? Still trying to
Worshipper
figure you
of-
out.
By Thor, I am. I am the worshiper of the tempests and the sea.
Worshipper of Odin's son. I think you shall do for now, until a more worthy wielder should make himself known.
You'll find no more worthy wielder than I. Wave. I promise to give you glory and the recognition you deserve.
I think we'll get along just fine. Meanwhile, in Kronk's hand, in the back of his head, he hears, who the fuck invited Wave to the party? And where's my goddamn souls? You let the others do the killing? What's going on here?
Kronk is like hitting himself in the head.
Stop that. I'm not a fucking toy.
I just grunt and just try my best to ignore the noise.
That was a mighty big soul we just missed out on. You've got 3 days. Keep me away from that stupid trident. This is gonna be
starting
fun to
to
keep up the rest of the
glare.
campaign.
I'm starting to glare at Thorder.
And at that moment,
Your steely gaze.
what is Black Razor doing in here? I haven't seen him in centuries.
Oh, he's just getting some fresh air, but he's nothing compared to you, Wave. Don't you worry. We'll show them.
I'm starting to like you more and more. I have no strong feelings about Black Razor, actually, but he can be temperamental at times. That being said, I feel sorry for the sad sap who picked him up.
Kronk and John Smith need to touch tips.
Yeah, John, I don't think is gonna do that.
That's pretty much about it that I've got for these sentient weapons. I'm gonna kindly ask that you sheathe your weapons for the time being.
No more.
God damn it.
The people demand it.
But yeah, other than that, there are the goggles, a stone, and all the trinkets and diamonds and loot. So basically, I need to know who wants the goggles, who basically you guys are just gonna split the gold, obviously. But you need to keep track of who's carrying the stone, who's carrying the goggles or wearing the goggles, and does anyone want the big diamond that's flawlessly cut as opposed to the other uncut gems that will just be sold off? Is anyone holding on to the diamond?
John Smith already has one diamond to hold just in case he needs to cast Revivify. But I don't think that one might even be nicer than the one he has.
So should we go ahead and just, like, I did the math, so it's 2187 for gold.
If John Smith wants to hold on to another Revivify diamond, that might make the cuts a little bit different.
No, I don't think I need to. I think one should be good for. If it's a TPK, I don't think I could have enough to get them back anyway. So
All right.
I think Weil is gonna put on the goggles and channel Rook a little bit.
yeah, what are the goggles? It's just with
The
beak.
goggles with a beak.
Is that like supposed to look like the doctor, like a?
It's
ancient-
not a
Plague
big beak.
doctor.
As Weil puts these on, they kind of make her look somewhat like an owl. The way they're like very big circular eyes. There's a couple little like tufts in the top left and right corners, and it comes to a point at the bridge of the nose and forms like a small, tiny little beak.
Well, that's adorable.
And when Weil puts these on, she's not able to notice much of a difference between when she kind of slides them on and off. She might actually even see better without the goggles with her feline eyes. Does anyone want to do an Arcana check on the goggles?
I'm sure I have terrible.
Commodore,
I don't think mine's very good.
All right.
Commodore, I believe, has identify.
Oh, Clamdoor's got
I
identified.
lied. Hang on, wait. I lied. I just kind of killed that.
So yeah, as Weil kind of like puts these on and notices that like the room for her gets darker, and she realizes like, oh, my eyes see better in the night than these things. Can anyone not see in the dark? I think these are goggles of night vision.
I can see in the
Well,
dark
sweet.
even without an animal form.
Blumpkin will take them actually, because when I respect, I'm no longer a half elf. I'm a human now.
Okay. You can have the goggles. Alright, well then I'm gonna check out this stone. What happens when I pick up this little rock?
You pick up the rock, nothing really happens.
Does it... Ooh, hang on. Before I ask any more silly questions.
I'm gonna have to call it tonight, guys. I got class in the morning.
All right, no worries. We're probably at a pretty good stopping point.
Just let me know if we resolve anything that I missed. You guys have a good night.
We'll do.
Good night.
Peace. Investigation. You kind of
Yes.
turn this stone over and over. Just you notice some runic symbols engraved in them. But other than that, your investigation doesn't turn up any other details. Is anyone else thinking
Interesting.
about any sort of check?
Yeah, John Smith, can you come take a look at this?
Yeah, John doesn't really have many skills that would help with
I thought that you were our historic expert, or our well-traveled friend.
no, I know this area, so I mean maybe I will get lucky, but I'm trying to see. I don't have identify. So I can't cast identify. But yeah, I'll do I mean, I guess I can't use religion, can I? It wouldn't be a religious artifact.
We don't
Just
know.
try.
You can try and find out. Fuck around and find out. You notice that as you turn this stone over and over, that it is carved out to represent one of the feline goddesses. And you actually
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
are able to identify this as
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
a token of good luck.
So does this stone physically look like the... Hang on.
+1 to ability.
Like
checks.
Maxi Pad, yes.
That's dope.
Maybe
Oh my gosh, no. Stop.
maybe you do have a god after all. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
maybe.
seems pretty wild-like.
It is extremely wild. Like, yo, hey, real quick before I finish these, check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
What,
Nice.
little
Extra
homemade
monkey
donuts or something?
Those like beignets, dude. Like is that
Fried
Cafe
Oreos.
status down there?
Oh my
Fried
god.
Oreos. God damn.
Is Elizabeth at your
Shit.
house?
No.
Does she know you have fried Oreos?
Yeah.
And she's not at your house?
No, I
Is
make
she
them.
okay?
I make them like legitimately, like every other night now.
Well, that's a good decision.
Nice.
They're like my favorite snack.
We need to have a game night soon again and make
Yeah.
biscuits with sausage and gravy.
I vote that Viola gets the cat totem. I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta be up early to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
All
all right,
right.
that was a good session. We
Yeah.
I will
jumped that
take the stone
crab.
of good
It was
luck.
proficient. But all right.
Yeah, not
Later,
not
guys.
much else to the room. It's just this force field, and basically all that could have happened is one of you could have fucked up and poked a hole in the force field, and scalding hot water could have poured in. You would.
I was so
Yeah, thank
worried.
you for that
You would-
heads up.
Yeah,
I was like,
kinda
I'm just
saw
gonna
that.
go over
You
here.
potentially could have taken, I think it's like 5d10 damage or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why I was trying not to fight the crab at first, because I was scared that he was gonna like.
Run.
I was a little worried with the telekinetic shoves to the outside edge.
No, look. So the way
And press his face to like a
the way
skillet.
the way the
Cook him from
glass
inside out.
room went, I was the aquarium room, if you will, whatever the Sea World room.
The
Mhm.
That
terrarium, aquarium,
room,
crap.
the,
Yeah.
the way that room went had me extremely worried about how this one was gonna go. But on the same like token, like what were we gonna do? Just like run back out? Like, come on.
No, that treasure chest was totally worth it.
If the force field got broken, everyone caught in the water would have taken 8d10 fire damage
Oh my gosh, stop.
from being the water. It's called the boiling lake. Like even inside the force field, you guys are sweating.
Is it hell, Melvin? Jesus.
Yeah.
That would have been a close TPK if that had happened.
Yeah. I
Near the
tried
end
to
of the
set this. I
campaign.
said that this lake is steaming and it shoots out of a geyser at the top of the mountain that constantly keeps a white plume on said white plume mountain.
And we all said, telekinetic shove, larger snake, larger.
I'm swinging a fucking great sword around.
Amazing.
Piercing and slashing damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it for that room. Good stopping point.
Stuff.
Melvin, do you have any idea how many Native Americans you made tonight?
What?
How many
What?
Native American references you made tonight?
I didn't know papoose was a Native American reference.
So you know what a papoose is, right?
Yeah, it's like those baby carriers, like
Yeah.
Yes.
dads and moms strap them on to like either their chest or their. It's like a baby backpack.
Yes, an original Native American made them. Like strapped the little babies to them.
Yeah,
You also mentioned something walking to the beat of their own drum, which I found fitting.
well, that was just a bard reference, I thought. At least in my mind.
Well, I
Walking to
always
the beat of your
thoroughly
own
enjoy
drum is
it.
expression.
Okay, but you know. Also, Melvin, I think of you every. There's this one coach at Orange Theory that always plays Blink 182, and it makes me think about you.
A fellow emo, ex-emo.
Yes, he drops in like little like sad boy emo songs and then goes right back to like rap and pop.
Nice. But
Nice
all
little
right,
change up.
we'll send it off. Everyone's signing out, so I'll close the stream. Tune in 2 weeks to the next session. Whoever's still there. Later.